Hi, so this is my weekly reflection 5, and for this weekly reflection, it's about the value of visual art to 21st century, and whether it's important or not. I personally think that art is really important. I think art allows you to express your feelings in ways that other hobbies and interests can't. And I also feel like it's just a really good stress reliever and it's really good like therapy almost. But I don't know if it's as valued in society today as a whole as much. When it comes to being an artist, I feel like not a lot of people try to be an artist. It's more like most people say, oh, I can't draw, I can't paint. And then there's a couple people who can, so they're just born into being an artist. And then whether they continue that or not is up to them. But I feel like in today's society, we only see it as a trait that a few people have instead of like everybody trying and few people being successful. I think in the past, it was more of an honorable thing, and now today, like, they call them starving artists, of people who are trying to create artwork and aren't doing as well in life. So I think there's definitely less of an importance that society has given art today, but personally I believe it's very important. And then, is it worth our time and our monetary support? I think so. I think art is worth our time just because, like, there's so much, like the class is called, there's so much history that can be found in art, and just art says what sometimes we can't find the words to say. Like, I do believe we value writing as an art form in today's society, but when it comes to sculptures, and paintings and architecture, we do value architecture because it's practical, but with regular artwork, we don't really value the practical use of it as much. But I think that just means it is worth our time more to keep that tradition alive because it has been a part of civilization for forever. And yeah, I definitely think, like, personally, it's worth our time, but I do think as society, sometimes we put art on the back burner. We're more of like a sports society, and this is mostly America. I do believe other cultures value art a little bit more than America does because America is so practical in the way they think about things, but we tend to like value sports and video games and so many other forms of entertainment that we forget that looking at artwork can be too. And because we don't have as much patience in society today, we expect that initial like click of, wow, this is entertaining, but few people know really how to look at artwork. And so they always say, I don't know how people can go to art museums and just look at a piece and think of these things. And it's most likely because they haven't really tried it or tried to critique a piece. And so I think all of that's so unknown to them that as a society, because we don't know how to like critique a piece, or because it might take time to get to figure out the purpose behind a piece, we usually just put it aside and say, no, I'd rather get like my instant gratification from sports or something else. And so yeah, that's my thought on visual art in society today. Thanks.